Starting it right now. What's up, everybody? This is Ace from Ace Corner Talk. Glad y'all in the building. Happy to see everybody's well. Yo, I just wanted to say I appreciate all the love from the subscribers. Appreciate everybody that tunes in. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Just a small piece of your life. Just coming to check Ace Corner Talk out. Be a part of the build. Much love. Much appreciated. But I got my man in the building.
What up, man? It's your Beezy boy, Suicide H29. You already know. You seen us enough collabing from one channel to the next, one stream and a comment to the next. So you should know what it is. I'm here to support my man, Ace Corner Talk. We have a good show, so make sure y'all pay attention, man. Get your notepads out because it's going to be a goodie. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, giving shouts out to all the supporting channels that support Ace Corner Talk. Just wanted to thank Logic, Food, Shelter, Clothing. And I wanted to thank everybody that has made Ace Corner Talk what it is. A successful broadcast. Want to say peace to the wifey, Queen C. What's good with you? And let me see. All right, I'm trying to open my chat so we can get the chat going. We need the aces in the hole. Need y'all support. Wait a minute. Hold on. Something wrong with my title here. All right, got you. Okay. Boom. Got you. Everybody ready. Let's get it. Yeah. So support, subscribe to Suicide H29. That's my main man. Always gonna be giving you that headbanger content. So appreciate y'all. Come on, man. Stuff on the act goofy right now. Alright. Got you. Alright, got the chat open. There we go. What's up? What's up, Dark Chocolate? Peace, homeboy. Dark Chocolate dude in the building. And make sure we interact with our chat so they know we listen in on them. All right, so let me just give a little brief introduction about where we going with what we talking about. The state of our kids, man, is crazy these days. We have to pay more attention to our kids. We got to pay more attention to how the life and how our kids are maneuvering out here. If we allow our babies to do what they want to do and not put them in check as far as lining them up with the right morals and the right things to do, we're gonna be stuck, man, and our future of our babies is gonna be down the drain. So how are we gonna be able to fix this issue, this problem? How are we gonna be able to move and push right through this, where we teaching our kids the right things to do, the right way to live? But we want to share some things with y'all today. We're gonna play this video, we're gonna chop it up, and we're gonna go in. We want y'all to see the state of mind of the kids and where did it come from. All right? So sit back and enjoy the ride.
If I get you to my house, I'ma shoot you. If I get you at the park, I'ma drive you. Or I take you. What you want, bitch? The gun? The taser? That's fun. But I'm gonna stage your hand in and blow your brains out, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
So check it. All right. Did y'all just see what I see? What I seen? How crazily this young child is acting. She is kirking out She waving a gun. She's saying all kind of rants and raving. Now, any normal person or any normal kid should not have this type of behavior on their mind, right? They should not even be displaying this type of behavior when it comes to their little life, man. Like, it's very disturbing to see a little child acting like this, doing this type of stuff. It makes me question who's in this child's life and why is she displaying this type of behavior as if this behavior is wanted and if this and as if like this behavior is something that is a normal action or reaction to the life. When I see this, I can only bring myself to my kids, my daughter, my sons. It brings me to that particular headspace, and it pulls me in as far as, hey, look, how can a child respond, act like that, or even show that type of behavior consciously and nobody be affected? I'm pretty sure that a mother have seen the video. I'm pretty sure that a father seen the video. But me seeing this video, it's very disturbing to see a child act like this. And nobody has even thought to kind of react this video or even take the video down. But I'll let you be the judge.
If I get you to my house, I'ma shoot you. If I get you at the park, I'ma drive you. Or I take you. What you want, bitch? The gun? The taser? That's fun. But I'm gonna stage your hand and blow your brains out, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
Cool. Hey, Sue, what you think about this video?
Yo, it's very disturbing, man, to see our little kids gotta react like this out here in the public. But we don't know what's actually going on in her environment at home, her guardians, family area, whatever's going on. Definitely not good. It's very disturbing, man. But that's what type of environment, not all of us, but in certain parts of areas, it does that to you. Especially it could be anything that has her doing this right now. She can be abandoned. She can feel, lonely. She can feel like, she ain't getting enough love, so she act out. I mean, it could be a number of things, but it's just very sad to see a young lady has to get on camera with a handheld gun and a taser and just going off. You know what I'm saying? Like she can't be nothing more than 13 years old.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Probably nothing more than 13 years old, man. So yeah, it's very disturbing to see, man. We got a long way to go, man.
Yeah, I think I'm with you too. I think the state of the mind of our kids needs desperate attention, man. It needs some attention brought to the state of mind of where our kids are. And they can only be picking this stuff up from watching rap videos, watching TV. They can only be brought to this by the influences and the people that are in their life. When I look at this right here, it tells me that she's lost. And first of all, not just saying being lost, but she's actually abandoned spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Because if a kid is displaying this type of action, something inside is telling her this is the right behavior to display. But I don't want to really say that it's the kid's fault, because it's the parents' job to raise and rear their children. So it lets me know who's in this child's life that is not rearing her the way she should be. Who's in this child's life not giving this child the proper guidance that she needs. It's crazy for me to sit here and just look at how this is being played out. But how do we move forward, and how do we make this situation a positive situation at the end of the day?
Man, that's the first thing you got to do is find out her whereabouts and who she around, and let them know whatever you doing is not working. So you need to switch it around, or you might have to take away from it altogether, put in a different situation. I don't know if it could be some family members or something, but you got to. It could be that. You know, only way we'll know is we got to talk to her, that young lady, and see why she actually acting out this way. Because usually young kids, when they do that, is acting out for a reason. That's not for no reason.
Right.
See what I'm saying? That's not for no reason. So, like you said, but those type of actions are, mimicked. You know, like I said, we're monkey see, monkey do, or creatures of habit type of human beings. So after a while, repetition, memory repetition, you're going to do what you listen to or what you see. After a while, it's going to, you're going to start imitating it. So whatever she's watching, whatever she's around, her environment, it plays a major role in that, man. Plays a major role in why she's in that car with the gun and a taser in a video. That's obviously saying that she's not even being looked after. Because when I was that age, man, we wasn't doing that, man.
Right.
We was outside riding bikes, playing basketball. You know what I'm saying? Going to the movies, going to our friend's house, playing video games. So we was doing a lot of stuff around that age. We wasn't in no car, acting out. But there are cases, around that age, if you feel abandoned, you might run away and do some stuff like that. So, I'm not going to say those cases don't happen, but it's definitely got to be, where she stays at, and like you said, emotionally, it's a lot of emotion in that video, man.
Right.
A lot of emotion. Whoever she talking to has done something that she does not approve of, probably more than once. So we definitely, the right this wrong is whoever, well, a guardian or parent it is, they need to fix, how they talk to her or whatever it is, because that definitely, like my show I did last night, man, communication, talking, if a lot of times growing up, parents would tell kids that I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Shut up. Just go. I don't want to hear it. You see what I'm saying? And some kids won't take that too well, and they can turn around and lash out like that. Not saying that's why she's doing it, but it happens, man. When kids want to express themselves, even, we should let them do it. Hold on real quick, though. But yeah,
right.
Let me get the dog.
No doubt. Avatar on, my man. So look, I'm going to play the video for you guys again. If you have not seen the video, I'll play it for you again.
If I get you to my house, I'ma shoot you. If I get you at the park, I'ma drive you. Or I tell you, what you want, bitch? The gun, the taser, that's fun. But I'ma stage your hand and blow your brains out, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
So, did y'all see what I see? The video is very disturbing to see the young girl with the gun in her hand, with the taser in the other hand, talking about she gonna shoot and kill and do all this stuff. It's very disturbing, man. Very, very, very disturbing to see the actions of that child, man, and where her mindset is. To me, very disturbing. It touches my heart to even see something like that, man. And it only makes me question who is in this child's life, what kind of parents that she have, who's connected to this young girl that the state of her mind is thinking about guns and thinking about tasers, thinking about shooting and killing somebody. She got a smirk on her face, and she's very proud and happy to display this type of action. This is what she's doing. You understand? I remember back in the day when little girls used to be, used to play with Barbie dolls, and little girls used to do the little things like that. Why have it speeded up to such a state now where what we see is corruption of the mind, even in the young babies like this? Even in our young babies, why is her state of mind like that? She's in the car ranting and raving with a taser and a gun and talking about shooting, killing, calling people names. Like, why is the state of mind of our children gearing towards this direction? Who is to blame? Can we blame the parents? Or can we blame the people who are pushing the negativity in the lyrics and rap songs? Who is to blame? Like, how do we fix this situation? Where do we put that blame at when it comes to that type of when it comes to this situation? I'm trying to figure this thing out, because at the end of the day, and if I wanted to put this in the right perspective, I could say this: as she grows up, this will be in her mental. So is she setting herself up to be a criminal? Is she setting herself up to be some type of agitator in the community? I mean, what kind of intervention will this child need, man? I wonder how she's functioning in school. What say you, Sue?
I'm back. That's very important, man, because it looks like that's not even the first time she probably even done something like that. Probably been recorded, but like you said, it's something that she's very comfortable with. So gotta check out. Like I said, who knows, man? Who knows? But I've been around these type of situations growing up. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of scenarios you can cover. You know, like I said before, we definitely need to see that type of environment and that music, because we know what the music does to us today. And some people get inspired. I mean, get taken over by the video games and then the TV shows. And we got a lot of action type of TV shows and movies and games that we like to emulate as young kids. But she's taking it a step further. She actually has a real gun and a taser. We had Nerf guns and water guns, you know what I'm saying, and cap guns. We never got a chance to get a hold of no real gun and no taser.
Right.
That's something you see on TV. You never got to see that. So it's wherever she lives is reckless, because she should have never got her hands on that. And whoever gave that to her, they need to really check themselves. And how did she get in the car, bro? She only like 13.
Right.
What car is that?
Right. Right. And that's what I'm not understanding. That's not what I'm understanding. She obviously is in somebody's car. And I mean, she got a gun and a taser, and she waving the thing around like I wonder if it's loaded. Like,
I was scared.
That's an important question to even ask. Is the gun loaded? I mean, come on, let's get real. She running around here, with that taser, very dangerous, man. God forbid there's any other little kids around her, and she pop one of them little kids, they going down, because tasers ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Man, that's dangerous. I thought it was going to go off, man, tell you the truth. I was like, oh, snap, please don't do this, please. Man, yeah. Somebody gave her the keys to that car, too. So, unless she stole the keys, too. Did she steal everything in that video?
Hey, man, let me tell you something. I don't understand how parents allow their protection to be out in the open where a child can even possess that. Well, it looks like a real gun to me, but I'm just saying, even the taser is very dangerous. I have both, and I have it very well guarded, protected. Can't nobody get to it. That's how it should be. You shouldn't be having these type of things out in the open for a child to be able to grab at any given time, man. It's crazy, man. Why do parents these days give so much confidence in their kids like they wouldn't mess with it? Oh, it's on the dresser. I know my daughter won't mess with that, or my son won't mess with that. Why would you put that confidence in a child to say that they wouldn't do that, knowing that that's the very thing they would do? Hold on. I wanna read some of the chat real quick. I don't want to go too far before I jump in, get a chat some shine. What's going on, Aces in the Hole? Just want to say peace to Miss Conceited Bristol. Want to say peace to Wifey, Queen C. Peace to T Duck in the house. I want to say peace to my main man, Food, clothing, shelter, logic. Logic in the building. And I wanted to say peace to all those who are watching at this very moment. Okay, so we have one of the comments from Queen C. She says, I blame the parents. We do have a comment from Conceited Bristol. Let me see what she said. She said it starts from the home, which I do agree. I think any of the comments in Aces in a Hole, I think those comments are very relevant. It does start in the home. Queen C says, idle time is the devil's workshop. Do agree with that. T-Duck says, you got to keep them busy and always using positive reinforcements to encourage an upright moral character. Do agree with that also. And it's very important to keep them active and busy in childlike things. What don't and I'm saying this to the parents that might be watching. Don't want your kids to grow up before their time. Sometimes let a kid be a kid. See, some kids out here, they are under so much pressure to grow up faster than they really have to. And it's crazy because when you start to see that, then they take on behaviors of adults, not knowing what to do, not knowing what that the things that they are doing is not appropriate for them to do at that particular time. And it's because they have to grow up faster than they have to. They're growing up, doing things, saying things, and trying to take on the adult role because of them being pushed into that at a time when they should be practicing being a kid and enjoying their life as a kid. So why do some parents neglect the fact that they need to keep their kids a child until it's time for them to grow and mature into the level and the age that they need to be? What say you, Sue?
Yeah, man. I still got me, but I'm bugged out. Man. I'm bugged out that a young kid has to go through that. It has to. This is the best way she can get it. She can get someone to listen. Because remember, us growing up, we didn't have this type of outlet.
Right.
You couldn't do this. You had to run away. You had to cause a big scene somewhere. That's the only way you can get noticed. Or run to another family member home and then they'll call back home. That's the only thing you got. But now, all you need is a camera. Camera and a social media site, and the whole world can see you do anything you feel like doing. And this is a scary generation right now. And this is a scary time because the young generation, they get exposed to so much faster than we did. I mean, it's a click of a button. Or just hang around the right person and you got whatever you need. We couldn't do that.
Right.
It's scarier that I'm going to just say she like 12, 13 to me. They can get a handgun and a taser at a drop of a hat. It's scary that they can get a handgun and a taser or any type of paraphernalia or drug at the drop of a hat. It wasn't that easy for us to get that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's the mentality of our kids today is it has to be monitored more than ours had to, because we still listen to our parents. Even if we did listen to old rap music and stuff, man, we kept that to a minimum.
Right.
We knew we couldn't act out what we listened to or what we seen. We'd get beat down. But it seemed like today that society raised the kids more than it raised us. That's just my assessment. And we gotta do better, man. We gotta monitor more because it's everything is at a touch of an iPad. If they got a phone, they can get it. They got a little laptop, they can get it. So you just gotta monitor your kids more than when we were growing up, because everything is exposed right in front of you, and you never know. Once your kid leave your sight, you never know what's gonna happen next.
Right. Let me get some light on it. Let the people hear what she's saying.
Bitch, I'm a motherfucking asshole. If I get you to my house, I'ma shoot you. If I get you at the park, I'ma drive you. Or I tell you, what you want, bitch? The gun, the taser, my son. But I'm gonna stage your hand and blow your brains out, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch.
All right, so why is there so much aggression in this young lady, man? I'm just puzzled that it's so much aggression. I'm puzzled that she even would be thinking about stabbing, killing, shooting, and any other sort, when she should just be dealing and thinking about being a child. Like, she's putting herself, and I'm not just saying her, but like, it seems like she wants this lifestyle. So it only leads me to believe that whoever is in her life actually probably is practicing this type of lifestyle. How about it? Oh, what's up, Logic?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, what's good, man? You in the building? What's up with you?
Yeah, man.
Yo, what up, kid?
What's up, bro? On this topic, if you realize,
Put some volume on it so we can hear you a little better. Okay. Put some volume on it.
Can you hear me now?
It's a little better.
All right, yeah. Okay, so the problem with this female is that, and this is not even a female. This is a young lady. So she get these behaviors from somewhere. So now you got to ask yourself, where did she get these behaviors from? So you got to say that she's probably getting these behaviors from her somebody in her family. So now she's getting from somebody in her family. She's saying somebody to do this. So, and it got to be acceptable for her to even think she can get away with doing it. So, like, in some environment around this young lady, this is considered acceptable behavior. So whether she look outside her door, she sees somebody else doing it. Not only does she see somebody else doing it, she sees somebody getting away with it, and she look at this as being positive.
Right.
This young lady do not know this to be negative, because if she would have known this to be negative, then she would not portray this type of behavior. So she's comfortable doing this.
Right.
And I think that's the problem. That's the problem we get with. We got to ask, okay, in what world is it okay for a young, she went about 15 years old?
Right. She could be about, not even that old. She looked like maybe about 13, 12, 13.
Yep, and so now we ask ourselves, in what environment is it comfortable for her to actually accept this type of behavior? And then I get on that and I fall back. I'm going to go to my computer though.
All right.
I can't hear myself.
All right, cool. So what I'm thinking is maybe the child could be a foster child. Maybe she might not be getting enough love in her life, in her family, from a family or something like that. Like, why? I want to put myself, and it's hard for me to do that because I'm not a female. But how can I be in her headspace to understand why she would be doing this type of behavior? That's what I'm saying to myself. Like, her being in that headspace to even think like that, maneuver like that, act like that, what would be in her mind, and what's pushing the thoughts that she has for her to act that way? That's what I wanna gear this conversation to. Like, is it the male that's more dominant in her life that she's picking this action up from, or would it be the female? Just asking this particular question to you guys. What would you think it is? Would it be the female that would have more dominance and influence in this, or would it be the male, or would it be a mixture of both? What do you think?
It's both, man. Look like it's both to me, bro. Look like it's a mixture of both. Because look at the aggression. I mean, in today's society, more women are more aggressive like that. Because that's what seems to be popular. Is more young women and women, they want to be more aggressive.
Right.
You know, the feminine has went out the window. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's she's picking this up from somewhere and it's deemed to be cool, wherever it is. And so she's imitating it. So I think it's on both sides, because if you got male figure there, it's going to teach you to be more feminine, and the female is going to give you that too, but it's going to be more on a different level than the male can. But right now, it look like the imbalance isn't taking place. It's all imbalanced right now, and it's shift to the opposite of gender type of frequency. Because you don't want you don't want a woman or a little girl walking around talking like that. Especially, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that. Only if she necessary. So it's definitely need to pick on what's going on around there. But yeah, it's messing up a lot of young kids' mentality to think it's cool. Because especially young women, we see a lot of even older women. If you watch those videos, man, they really be just straight up. Rah, just want to get it in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me get this done real quick.
All right, no doubt. So what I'm
Tell
thinking.
them we don't want them to come in.
Yeah. Go ahead and mute your mic and go ahead and talk so that way I can go ahead and but one thing I'm seeing is this. When any child exhibits a type of behavior and displays a particular type of behavior, there's always going to be a dominant influence that's going to be pushing that. With me personally, when me, my boys, even my daughter, my daughter's 19. My boys are, they're staggered in age, but when they see me do something, I find myself seeing them doing things that I either used to do or is currently doing. It's like they want to model after me. Like I'm big on being the role model in my kids' life. My thing is, if anything, I want them to see me as their role model, not the rappers on TV screens, not those in Hollywood, but I want to be their biggest inspiration and their biggest role model. Up until the point where they get old enough to be like, you know what, I see this as a role model of that person, but in their adolescent age, I want to be the role model, and I think I am. I think they look up to me in a whole lot of ways, And for boys, I think it's important for them to have that role model there. That's why I promote family building and family structure, because I do believe that the kids, they need that role model in their life so they won't be doing this type of stuff right here. This type of behavior that we're seeing right now, to be publicized on social media as if that's how it should be. Or if that's or publicized as if a child should be in that type of headspace in that particular age bracket. What say you, Logic?
Yeah, I mean, I agree, and it goes down to two, because and a lot of times the new Logic will sit here and try to go to the end state and not try to figure out, what caused it. So if you look at this female, the first thing that you associate with is she's seen other females displaying this behavior. That's why she deemed it suitable for a female action. So now, I seen in the comments somebody said maybe her father abandoned her. Yeah, you're right. And then due to the percentages of, fathers leaving, then yes, that is probably, she can probably say 100% that her father probably left this female. But at the end of the day, she's duplicated what she's seen other women do. Now, if that woman at some point duplicate with a man, because you'll normally associate this type of behavior with a man.
Right.
A man running around the 21 Savages, you got the guns and you got the tasers, but I think the tasers now, it's a female thing. Female now was running around with the tasers, running around, tase each other and all that kind of stuff like that. But if you want to go to the root and want to go to the end state and see what's the easiest way to affect this, she look up to some woman that displayed this type of behavior. And now that if a woman will actually say to herself that it's okay to be like this, then it's an issue. And then not to downplay some of the other effects, because of this young woman had her father in her life, and we can almost say that she don't, then this will not be an issue also.
Right.
So it's a million different ways to look at it.
Okay, cool. I can see it like that. But I did want to say this. I disagree with you, Logic, on this one particular part. That it might not necessarily just be the female that she's getting this behavior from. It could be both, the male or female. But since you said earlier that more so you see the male that displays this, she might be getting it from a male. You know?
And if that's the case, then we hurt. Because if they taking these tendencies from men, then now we're even in a worse situation. Because now, I mean, this crazy, and I see it a lot too. And I mean, I think I did a video on this before about role reversals. Cool. Like right now, what you're starting to see is like a lot of these fights and a lot of these violent fights where they stuffing people in the head. They got tasers, they got guns. A lot of stuff these used to be men tendencies, and now it's spreading across to everybody. So now the behavior did originate from men. Right. Men was the one that's out there doing, because you had the men used to be always out there fighting, doing all the ratchet stuff, showing the guns, and now we got to ask ourselves, how did this get to our females?
Right.
And especially in this case, a young lady.
Right. True indeed. I want to say to the chat room, I apologize because my laptop for some reason was stuck on a particular comment. I thought it wasn't nobody chatting, but now I got my phone out to see the chats, and that's cool. I appreciate it, and so that's why I didn't recognize anybody coming in. So I just wanted to say peace to you, Shots Fired. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're a part of today's broadcast. There's so many different comments being shared, and again, I want to say I apologize because my thing was frozen and I didn't get to see that everybody was chatting. So when it comes to female, now I want to say this, Logic, with females, they gravitate when they're adolescent or young or whatever, they gravitate to the fathers. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Okay, so females do gravitate more to the males when they're young in the adolescent years, right? And and is it that the males gravitate more to the female, right?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to kind of get that thrown out there. Now I want to say this. Now, is it the fact that even with that being the case, do the males still pick up the characteristics and behaviors of their father's influence?
Well, they will. You know what I'm saying? Because like right now, your boys will start picking up traits from you. And see, and the thing about it is that your boys will pick up traits if you want to be like you. And so now, your boys will pick up the traits from your wife and see that, this is how I want my woman to be. Or once I get older, this is what I deem acceptable in my relationship between my father and my mother relationship. And we understand the dynamics between that. So now a girl will always have to or should emulate her mother.
Right.
But she will look at the relationship between her mother and her father and see, now this is acceptable. Or now this is what I need to accept in a man. This is the type of behavior that is deemed acceptable in a man. Right. So now, and that dynamics will always remain the same. So now, when you got an absent father in the home, then we definitely know that that's an issue. I mean, I think that's the baseline issue of everything. But if we try to look at it from a perspective of how can we fix it, yes, it's easy to say, let's get all the men back in the household. Because if you get all the men back in the household, guess what? You will start fixing a lot of problems. But we have to get constructive men back in the household. Because just because you get him back in the household and he's still operating on the same mentality, then guess what? You might be better off not having him there. So that's what I'm saying. They can be present, but at the same time still be absent. So now, this woman might have a father in the household, but guess what? He might be absent.
So now he can be there physically, but still be mentally absent in the household. So now that means this female will take the same effects, you know what I'm saying, that she sees. And it's hard for us to say the actual dynamics of why this female like this, but all we can do is make an assessment. And we can make assessment on stuff that we see going on in our communities today.
Right. I want to say, hey Sue, you still there? If you want to jump in at any time.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, well, no, if you want to go ahead and say something, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the room. Go ahead.
Yeah. What it is, I know, but you probably say, well, the father wasn't there, but that happens. But it falls on a positive, just a male role model. Period. It's a lot of females who get a lot of love and inspiration and courage from males that's not even just outside of the house, like grandfathers, uncles, maybe even friends. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just having a positive male figure, period, does way more justice than just, you know what I'm saying, not having one at all. So I mean, the father thing, you can't really do anything with that. That's an individual thing if you want to be around or not. But
Right.
if you could just have some type of male, you know what I'm saying, that will have the females back and just comfort and you know, guidance in that type of way, it'll go a long way. Because if you do like a poll or something, you'll find out a lot of females, it wasn't their dad. It was someone else. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
the dad thing is an individual choice, and yes, you can pick that apart, but it's a male figure, period. Just if you can have a positive male figure, period, I think that would be it will still fill that void, not a father void or a dad void, but just a male void that a female can go to. Because you know how it go. Like you said, the women, the little girls go to the fathers, and the boys go to the mothers. So if they could just have someone right there they can call on, you know what I'm saying, put them under their wings if they need it, all their advice and all of that, I think they'll still help them out in the wrong way, man.
Okay, Suicide. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up the call line. So if you did want to call in, you can call in, give your 2 or 3 cents of what we're talking about. The calling number is 443-376-8842. Let me put that in the chat room real quick. 443-376-8842. All right, cool. All right, so that should be in the chat. Do you see the number pop up in that chat?
You good as it? All
right, chat's in the number, so call in. You want to give your perspective, go ahead and call in. I don't know why my stuff is so delayed, man. But check this out. Whatever happened to the kids wanting to be little babies, man? Like, I mean, well, not to say little babies, but like, whatever happened to them? What happened to the innocence of the young females? You know, when it was innocent to be with the Barbies and the little dresses. It seemed like now that's not the case, y'all. It seems like it's so much hardness in the little babies now. You know, and I just can't for the life of me figure out why is it so hardcore now to be like that. You feel me? Why is it so hardcore now?
But see, if it's the assessment right now that females are emulating men in a normal walk of life, then we have a bigger problem. So if you said the reason, and I'm not saying you, but the reason this young lady acts like this is because she's trying to emulate men, then at the same time, you got to say, guess what? She saw all the women in her life trying to emulate men. So now, it's no way that this female is this big and bold, and she going to pop out and say, you know what? I'm going to go against all odds and try to start emulate men when all the other women are emulate women. That's crazy for us to even think that way. If this female get this behavior from men, She got this behavior from women who tried to be like men. So now you can't have one without the other. So now at the same time, if she got it from females that trying to emulate men, then what is the in-between ground? She's still emulating women. All she's doing now is emulating women that's trying to emulate men.
Okay.
The same token. And now, why do we deem this behavior acceptable? Because now, if you sit here...
Hold on, caller. Hey, Logic.
Accept, press 1 to send a voicemail.
I got a caller real quick, so we're going to get the caller, and I'll let you get back to that.
Press 1 to send a... Okay, goodbye.
Hello, caller. What's your name? Where you calling from? It hung up. It said, okay, goodbye. Call back in, caller. I'm sorry. It hung up on you.
Reached the voicemail box of...
All right. I apologize. I hung up on that caller. Didn't mean to. But, go ahead, Logic. Finish your build. I apologize. It hung up on the caller.
And Shot Fire just put this up that, you know what I'm saying, adequate school. But now, if you was to have a school like that shows the behavior that we see today, would that be anything associated with what we know females to be? No, because if you look at it, I mean, this female probably get into lots of fights, probably do a lot of stuff in her daily walk of life that she just displayed in a snapshot on social media for a video for 5 minutes. So they coming back.
Hold on, let's see. For some reason, these calls not coming. All right, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
To accept, press 1 to send a voicemail.
All right, caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is your wife calling from upstairs.
Okay. All right, what's up, baby? I can't see who it was, so all right, cool.
I just wanted to comment really quick.
Can y'all hear her? Can y'all hear her?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, she can hear. I mean, they can hear it. Go ahead.
Okay. It's heartbreaking watching this video. It's very sad because the environment that the children are in these days, it's really hard for them to get away from it, whether it be male or female. Especially if they're from a lower class and you live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of violence. It's really hard for them to get away from it. But I wanted to mention, sometimes it's not always their immediate family that goes through these struggles.
Right.
If you think about what we go through with our adopted son, he came to mind immediately because it comes from him wanting to be rebellious. So when I thought about what this little girl could possibly be going through, I looked deeper at the situation because most of the time, they're crying out for attention. They're lacking love, supervision. They're neglected in most cases.
Right.
But some cases, they're sneaky and they're getting this stuff from outside influences. So when I thought about our adopted son, he's Caucasian. His problem is he's trying to fit into an urban lifestyle. So we don't participate in those kind of activities, nor do we have it around our children at any time.
Right.
But it seems as though he's drawn to those types of things on the outside because he's trying to fit in some kind of way. So no matter how many times we tell him, don't listen to this type of music, don't act like this, don't use this word, don't use profanity, don't do this, don't do that, he goes more towards doing it than not doing it. So where it came to my mind, and we still struggle with this, and eventually he's going to get it because we love him, and we're there for him, and we nurture him, and we
protecting him, and we're doing all the things that we need to do by him, for him, because that's what we signed on to do. But as far as this young lady, we don't know the dynamic of her very situation to the core. She's probably trying to fit in some kind of way. She may even be sneaking, doing these kinds of activities, and her parents have no idea until someone shows her, or the mother or the father, so they probably don't know what's going on, or they're not paying enough attention to know, because it's nothing that my children do. I'm not saying I know every move they make, but I know where they are at all times. I know who their friends are. I know who they're around. All of those types of things are very, very important. They're not adults, and they shouldn't be thinking on those levels as though, okay, when mom and dad is not around, this is what I'm going to do. I can get away with it. I'm telling you, and when you pray, God will show you things, and he will reveal things to you, and they were like, how my mom know this? How my dad know this? Because we're constantly seeking God for our children, and children need that guidance, whether they want to believe it or not, whether they want to receive it or not. They need that constant guidance, and you need to stay on their tail 24/7, because they don't know what's best for them. So it came to my mind because some of the incidents that happened to our adopted son during the school year, and thank God he doesn't have access to a weapon. He doesn't have access to it. But some things that the kids, see others do, they want to mimic it. They want to mimic it just to fit in. So we have to make sure that our children have more than just us sometimes to look up to, because they're not going to tell mom and dad every single thing. They may talk to somebody else with more confidence, in that it's not that they're not going to be judged for it or get in trouble. So sometimes, you heard the statement, it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
Sometimes it's necessary to have other input, other influences in your child's life, because we don't have all the answers. And sometimes somebody else's perspective can really help in our situation, in other parents' situations. So, in other words, mentorship, different outlets, different things for them that they may want to explore, getting to know themselves. They really don't know themselves at this age, so they're trying to find who they really are, and it's hard for them to go through life and not really know their identity. This is the things that they're struggling with as teenagers, trying to find themselves. So they're looking in every direction, trying to find themselves. So, it's not just mom and dad. And when they don't have a parent, they need aunts, uncles, whoever that can help guide them, their little minds. So I just wanted to bring that point up. I just wanted to put my little 2 cents in it while I'm upstairs. But this is a really, really sensitive topic to me, because I have children that are teenagers and growing up and experiencing life and don't know what's ahead. They have no clue. They have no clue what's out there, and it's so much different from when we were growing up. So it's scary. It's scary. And watching this, I hope our parents does not overreact when they see this, because it's very scary to see your child with a weapon, 2 weapons, cursing, using profanity. But this child needs some serious help and some serious guidance. And if the right person does not catch her at the right time, she's going down the wrong road. Somebody's going to either kill her, or she's going to kill herself or get herself killed.
Right.
So the parent, whoever the parent is, needs to really get a hold of her and handle her with the proper care, because doing the wrong thing or saying the wrong thing to this child could push her over the edge, and she might not never recover and may not ever come back from it. So not necessarily get them and whoop them and do all that kind of stuff, because that is something deeper than that. A whooping is not going to take care of that situation. So it's going to have to take a whole lot of talking, a whole lot of soul searching, and that mom and that dad or whoever has custody of that child is going to have to examine their self. They're going to have to go back inside of themselves and find out where they went wrong before they start to chastise this child. So that's all I have to say.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, appreciate your call, darling, and we'll talk. So if anybody did want to call in, number's 443-376-8842. All right, Sue, it's on you. Go ahead. Suicide.
Hold up, kid. All right, yeah. We back. All right, check. Now. You do got to look at the other side, too. Like your wife said. Oh, that was your wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, cool. Don't want to get in trouble out here.
No.
Yeah, you gotta. She could be just acting out. I mean, she could just sneaking doing this. She could be at grandma's house. Or she could be at her cousin's house. And she just act out. But at home it's all good.
Got another call. All right, go ahead. What's up, man? What's good with you?
What?
What's up, brother?
Can you hear it?
No.
Yeah, I can hear it.
All right.
In the background.
No doubt, man. But go ahead and build. What's up with you? Go ahead and build. What's your thoughts on this?
All right, so I mean, she said about everybody listening, everybody watching, everybody peace and love. My son, this ain't about a female, it's about my son, man. I want to start off by saying I love my son I love my son. You know what I'm saying? That's my kid. All right, but I don't know what, because I've never done anything to him as far as like had guns and women around him drinking and doing drugs around him at all. I've never done that around him.
Right.
But I don't know what happens, man. If I can't say it was his mom. I can't say it because I didn't see it, but he grew up somewhere, kind of in the hood part of town, like his projects. And man, when he got in high school, he just gave up like everything. Like he didn't go to school. He didn't pass none of his classes, dog. Like, and I'm not trying to put my son out there. I'm just telling y'all the truth.
Right.
My son's GPA was like a .00 something. He was doing nothing in school. You know what I mean? And I don't know where all of it came from, to be honest. Because I never put that on him. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And his mom, but I was around. But I can't blame, like, because me being the parent that I know I didn't do nothing, and I'm sure she didn't put that on him, like, to do all that, but it's got to be some outside influence, man. It's got him thinking that this is, it's better to be this way than to be, the moral compass is messed up. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and social media isn't helping at all. It's not helping at all, man.
Right.
Because my son, he goes on Instagram, and I've seen through the picture, and you've seen it.
Yeah, I seen it.
And you said it bothers you a lot.
Very disturbing.
You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't care if you put it up there just block out his face and just see it so they can see it. But it was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said something to my son about it. And he got mad with me for being a father.
Right.
And as a father, you're not getting a real parent is not going to allow their child, like, do that. Look, that stuff that little girl was doing, that was absolutely bonkers, man.
It was.
What? And they girl look like she's about 10 or 11 years old, to be honest, man. Ridiculous. In middle school or fifth grade, with a gun in her hand and a taser and cussing her tail off, man. Like there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely ridiculous. But what I'm saying is, I don't know exactly where this comes from. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't say it's coming from a home. Because I don't think no parent would allow it. That's why I said in the comments that they don't know. Because I didn't know what was happening. Right. You know what I'm saying? My son do everything. He go on Instagram. He lets you know what kind of weed he got. He got the gun out. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, and they ain't nothing good about none of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The positive, being positive ain't part of this society thing, man. I don't get it. I don't understand. The negative is the new positive, I guess. I mean, that's how they view it.
Right.
Or just do anything you want to do, and I don't know. The moral compass is just not. There's no moral compass anymore, man. That's how I feel about it. The right thing is the wrong thing, and the wrong thing is the right thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Like doing anything you want to do on live, fire the blunts up. You know what I'm saying? Shoot whoever. It doesn't matter. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. I mean, I just don't, because I can't say that girl's parents know what's happening. There's no way. Well, there might be, but I mean, I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Because my son does stuff, and it's almost like he doesn't care or what. You know what I'm saying? He know I'm on his Instagram page. He going on live, signing up blunts with little homeboy. And I'm like, bro, I mean, if you gonna do this, be respectful. You know what I'm saying? Be somewhat respectful to me, at least. If you gonna do it and be discreet. You know what I'm saying? Don't come on camera and just embarrass me. Because he's a good kid.
Right.
And I know his heart. That's the thing about it. And then he turns around and does
this type of stuff.
I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand what it is. But I don't know if it's that girl parent or what. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they probably don't know that. This is ridiculous. You feel what I'm saying? But look, man, my wife calls. I'm gonna hit you back.
All right, no doubt, man. Thanks for calling in, bro. Hey, go ahead, Sue.
Hold on real quick. The one on the right. Yeah. All right, we back. Like I was saying, man, just like your wife was saying, just like Nene was saying, yo, she could just probably be at grandma's house or hanging out with her cousins at her auntie house. At her parents, probably great. She probably have mom and dad at home.
Right.
Who knows? You see what I'm saying? So we can't just beeline and say, yeah, beeline straight to the woman. Like, there's so many scenarios. We just trying to figure out. Can't always, because it's a lot of situations where it's kids who have both parents and they do what they're supposed to do, and the kid go left on their own. You know what I'm saying? The kid just say, "Nah, I'm gonna go left." That's what the cool kids do, or whatever they find amusing. They just do whatever they want to do. So it's a lot of scenarios. I wouldn't necessarily try to pinpoint, oh, it's the woman or the father's gone. We don't know because we actually don't know.
We don't know.
We're just trying to find out. You know what I'm saying? But they want to beeline and say, yeah, well, it went wrong, so it's the woman's fault. Come on, you can't do that. That doesn't make no sense. Or the dad is a bum. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we don't know. We just trying to figure. You know what I'm saying? We just trying
bum word.
Right. Hey, you know what time it is? Shameless plug. You know what I'm saying? Shameless plug. But yeah, so we gotta learn how to look at a problem within ourselves and stop trying to pinpoint the woman as the first target or the man as the first target. What we need to do is just try to figure out where's the base or the root cause coming from, instead of just always saying it's the woman or the man. You know what I'm saying? So with that situation, go ahead.
Do you think now, because there's some people that might say race comes into play, that this narrative been pushed by white people. What do you think that this particular, and I'm just asking a question, I'm not saying this is what I believe, I'm just asking a general question. Do you think that another race has some influence in this particular behavior? Or is this strictly coming from mainstream hip-hop culture, rap culture, whatever? So in regards to this, how do you think it's being pushed? Is there a starting point to this?
Oh, what are you saying? Is the behavior influenced by someone else?
Yeah, that
that
behavior right there. Yeah.
What it is like what should I say? Okay, like this. say that I'm your boy, right? Or this say me and you, we are all like the government of a city or country, me and you. So that means me and you can put forth the outlook of on certain individuals or what we want society to look like. So now we can just start planning, and now we can plant seeds over here. Say we want some ruckus on this side of the city. We want this side of the city to be poor, this side of the city to be rich. Now that's called division, right? That's what's really going on. So what they do is remember when we was growing up in the 60s, I mean the 70s, the 80s, and even the 90s, some of the, like the early 90s, we had some good music, and you didn't see this type of, you had bad behavior period because society the way it was, and you had the gains and territory, but you had good music that didn't make you want to do these things. You see what I'm saying? So you had a balance in those 70s and 80s. You had balance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in rap. Come on, especially in rap. You had women, you had black women like Queen Latifah, MC Light. You know what I'm saying? You had stuff like that. So the women had the little girls had something positive to look up to, and the males, the young men had positive rap to look up to.
Right.
They had balance. So they had balance. They had the negative and the positive. They don't have balance now.
Right.
The balance when they used to have like Common and Talib Kweli and all of them, they kicked them out. They kicked them out on purpose. Now they want straight what they want. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of imbalance going on when it comes to the music. Even R&B ain't R&B no more, bro. R&B not R&B no more. They want to rap too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard. It's like R&B and rap has come together because now you got rappers singing on autotune. So they came together. But growing up, they had their own genre and they stayed away from each other. They might have collabed, but they never tried to step in each other's lane. So that's what's going on right now. It's a mixed match going on. So you see you see a lot of females acting like males, you see a lot of males acting like females.
Right.
That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is right now. So and yes, you want to say, is it driven by an opposite? I say the elite is a gumbo pot. That's what I believe. I think the elites are a gumbo pot of everybody.
Right.
Even though I know people want to say it's the Caucasians, but if you really think about it, there's elites in all type of countries, and if you think they're all basically in cahoots, and they want to make sure they have these meetings. I believe they have these meetings probably once a year, and they say, what side do we want to famish? What side do we want to eat? So they can just, you know what I'm saying, bigger over each other. Because if you go in cities, why is this always a downside and their upside? Why can't it be upside everywhere? Or why can't this be downside everywhere? See what I'm saying? So I think that is created. I think all of that is created because look at that. I wish I could have that. Well, the poor want to go over to the rich and rob them, or the poor will eat each other. You see what I'm saying? So if you put just like some animals in an environment where you only put one steak. Just put one steak in the middle, right? They gonna go crazy. They gonna kill each other over that steak. That's basically what I ain't gonna call it the hood no more. I hate that shit because it got a bad connotation to it. So they say that the impoverished environment. That's basically what they do, and they know that. They know that. We will eat off each other, basically. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. So if you just want to say, is it driven by somebody else? I would say the dark. And before we was born back in the day, if you know the slavery days, I say yes. But even before that, we still had battles and wars over territories and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna totally say, but the construct of it, yes. You can say they started it, but then it's nowadays I say it's a gumbo pot. It got all of us in there. So that's why I don't understand why people go around trying to blame one particular race. If you really look at the elites, it's a gumbo pot. Yes, yes, it might be the main might be Caucasian, but the other players that's under those, you know how they got a chain of command. That's a gumbo pot, man. So you really just can't overlook them and act like you don't see them helping the situation. I mean, helping the plan get to put in play. You know what I'm saying? So yes, is it driven by outside forces? It's not like us. I say yes, but to continue to keep it going, it's a gumbo pot.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me when I see that picture. I just see so much misguidance in that particular video. I just see so much misguidance. Like that child is so misguided in every single aspect of her life. But now that when Dark Chocolate Dude came on and gave his and shared his inner part of his life about his son, that lets me know it might not be the parents, the mother or the father, because he said he don't do that, and I pretty much could vouch, for a little part of his character. He's never been that type of dude to be in the streets like that. I was the one that was out there like that in the past. Like, he wasn't that dude. He had razzle dazzle, but he just wasn't the one popping off with no guns and chasing people down the street and robbing them. So I don't know why his son would have took that turn in his life when he and the mother is not that way. Because I went to his wedding, and they good people. So why did the son turn out like that? And the picture he showed me with his son with the gun in the waist and thugged out, like, I was looking at it like, man, I can't believe that's your son. Like, why is he doing that? And publicizing it on social media. So do you think social media is pushing it so much that children are just falling into the hypnosis of it? What say you?
Yeah, man. See, when I first got on social media and people used to cry about it, especially Facebook, I had bit into it, right? But then I had to sit back. I had to take myself back and say, can we blame platform for what's going on, or do we blame the people? That's like blaming the gun and say guns kill people. No, they don't. They don't load themselves up. They don't point at anybody. You have to load it up and point it and fire it. So
Right.
That's what a platform is. A platform is just there. It's just there for you to do what you do. Now, whatever you do with it, that's on you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's on you. So that's basically what we got going on. People getting on here portraying these type of behaviors or doing these type of behaviors, and it's a backlash on us. And they like, man, it's the social media. No, it's not social media. Social media is for us to socialize. That's it. Us to socialize with each other across the world, across the country, so we can connect. So if you can't make it there, you can get online. Hey, yo, what's up? That's what it's about. But we turn everything and start. If you look at every social media platform, it starts out what it's supposed to do. People connecting across the world, and that's it. Sooner or later, it goes left.
Right. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sooner
it does.
or later, it just said you get on. You like, what happened? You get the sexual stuff. You get all the fighting now. But in the beginning, everybody's, hey, how you doing? It's so peaceful, man. Soon as that thing launched, it's peaceful. Hey, oh, nice to see you. Oh, your family going out? Man, 6 to 8 months is hell after that. It's like every platform does that. From Twitter, when I started with Twitter, it did the same thing. MySpace did the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Facebook did the same thing. It's like it starts off soon as a new platform comes, everybody's peaceful, they love each other, and then society, and then it just flips. I don't understand. As I just don't get it. So we can't blame social media. We have to blame the people who get on there and display certain things. Just like the media. You got the camera, you got the people who edit. Those are the people who write the narrative. So when we get on these YouTube channels or Facebook Live and Instagram Live, we write the narrative just like the media. You see what I'm saying? We write the narrative just like the media. So I say it's us, man, more than the platform.
Right. Yeah, I'm very disturbed by it. But let me play this video real quick and let's see, and before we start to close it out, let's see what this is.
Get you with it fucking block. I bet I make your heart stop. My clip and shoot about 50 shots. And when I shoot, I never stop. We on the block, we keep it block. If a nigga move, hollow tips at your fucking top. I'm fucking these bitches, I'm dodging these stitches. I'm counting up rich and I'm trigger finger itching. Chopper Berettas and Glock. The town don't like it's on the dot. My nigga, we cut them with.
But you want to check them from check.
Get you
All right.
with it.
All right, that's enough. It's crazy, man. I think that's I think that's enough, people. Now, it makes me sick to my stomach, man, to see how people promote and push this in our youth. And that's supposed to be hip-hop and it's supposed to be pushing a certain narrative to our kids that this is the way to be, the cool thing to be, the cool thing to do, pushing guns, talking about women, calling them out their names. And this kid couldn't even be no more than 10 years old. It's sad, man. It's sad. And the sad part about it is not just the kids doing it, it's the people who's behind the kids pushing it. That's the sad part about it. Before I go on, I just want to say peace to Miss Kim. Peace to you. Hope all is well with you and your family. Peace to Aunt Valerie and peace to Miss Karen. Thank y'all for y'all support. Thank you for reaching out and solely supporting Ace Corner Talk. I greatly appreciate the love, the support, and you watching in and you subscribing. Thank you. I want to say peace to Kane. Right hand. I want to say peace to my barber, Timmy. Peace to you, bro. Hope all is well. Hope you're healing up great. Hope life is feeling pretty good at this particular time in your life. Peace to you. Now, that video was so disturbing I just played. I hope you've seen it. Suicide, little kid talking about bees, talking about his Glock. He couldn't have been no more than 10. It's so disturbing I had to turn it off. Didn't even want to see no more. It's crazy how people are backing this up, pushing this, and there is no regard for the mental state of the kid. Nobody's thinking about that. Everybody in the videos with guns, happy and throwing gang signs and guns everywhere. But nobody's even thinking about the mental state of this kid, man. It can only be a couple of years before the kid actually starts to exhibit this type of behavior as part of him. And where he going to end up? It'll be most likely jail. You know? All right, Sue, I'm going to let you have the last words, and we're going to try to revisit this at another time. We're going to have some resolution. We're going to have some ways to target this of how we can combat this in our community. I'm not promoting this. Neither will I let my kids entertain or engage in this. My son wants to be a quote-unquote rapper and all of this, but if he dare in any way, shape, form, or fashion try to come to me with this type of behavior or even displaying or trying to even go down that path, oh, he gonna have some fight on him. He gonna have a fight on his hands. I ain't letting it go down like that. I refuse to surrender my kids over to the hands of the enemy or over to the hands of people who can care less what happens to them from one day to the next. I refuse to, and I won't let it happen. So at the end of the day, whose responsibility is it to make sure that our kids don't go down that path? Whose responsibility is it to make sure that we keep our kids from this type of mindset? I'm asking a question because we need to find out how can we veer them from heading down this ultimate faith in life. And it only shows that destruction is headed their way. So now we can't say, well, our kids, they should know better or do better. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's that we have to push them doing better and displaying better behavior. We have to do that. Don't rely on the kids because they're only going to do what they pick up and only going to display the behavior of the people that surround them. That's what kids do up until they get to a certain age. So we can't enforce kids to do something that they might not have the mental capacity to do. They're just going to absorb and pick up what they see other people do. All right, Sue, you get the last words, and we're going to revisit this at another time.
Cool. I had to run real quick, so I didn't see that last video. But
all right, well, hold on.
What up?
Let me just get it on there so you can see it. All right? Hold tight.
Cool.
Shots 30 50 shot. Hit you with it fucking block. I bet I make your heart stop. My clip is shoot about 50 shot. And when I shoot, I never stop. We on the block, we keep it block. If a nigga move, hollow tip at your fucking top. I'm fucking these bitches, I'm dodging these distance. I'm counting on reaching my trigger finger itching. Chopper Berettas and Glock. The town don't like this on the dot. My nigga, because it was.
What you want to take?
All right, did you catch that?
I mean, I heard it. You didn't screen share, but it's all good.
Oh, you didn't see it on your. Oh, my fault. Nah, I transitioned it. My fault. Even just hearing it is very disturbing. I mean, but if you seen the picture and how they was, you know, glorifying that behavior, man, it's kind of weird to see that. It is. It's very weird.
Another young one, right?
Yes, sir.
Young kid.
Couldn't be no more than 10, man.
See what I'm saying, man? I don't. When my nephews do something, I'll be like, man, what the hell you doing? What the hell you doing, man? I don't let them do that in front of me, man. I was like, nah, you gotta take that around, or take that around who allow you to do it. You can't do that around me, because look, man, that's gonna get dude in a lot of trouble growing up.
Yep.
You're gonna get in a lot of trouble growing up thinking that that's cool to do. And the society's even worse. Like I keep saying, man, things are so bad. It's so easy to get at the young age. At 10 years old, they shooting a video for them? Really? They shot a video for a little 10-year-old to talk like that.
Sad, man.
Come on. You get looked at as you get disgraced growing up if you did something like that with little kids. You know what I'm saying? They would call a cop on us. We would get arrested.
Yep.
You get arrested. Nowadays, it's whatever now. Come on, man. Nah, we can't. No. Nah, man.
And to think he's already going to be a target for the police.
Oh yeah.
Already.
Because look, they see it now. Oh, we gonna get us one in a couple years. We already know.
Got his eye. They got their eyes on him already, man.
Yeah.
Already. And that's the sad part about it, man. They got their eyes on this little kid already, and whatever behavior, whatever things he's gonna be doing, they're gonna be scoping him out. They're gonna be scoping him out, and that's right there. It not only paints our culture, it not only paints us and puts a bad light on us. People are now going to think every single kid acts this way. That's black, which is not the truth. Not all black kids act like this. Not all black kids want to be rappers and thugs, and that's just not the way it is. Not all kids want to be that. But when people start to promote and they start to glorify this without nobody checking it, without nobody intervening, like, hey, we don't support this. Without nobody doing that, it's going to paint the narrative to the mass majority of people that this is how we live our life every single day. In the hood, around the corner, wherever. This is the way we live. And they automatically stereotype us because they see people supporting a 10-year-old with Glocks in his hand, calling people bees and this, that. Then the young girl, she in there rapping with tasers and guns and this. That's what's being painted to the people out there that's looking at our race. This is all we know how to do. But we're going to revisit this. At the end of the day, mothers, fathers, we got to do a better job at policing our kids. If it means taking a cell phone, looking in it, if it means being more involved in their friends' connections with them, if it means being more active in school, get to the bottom of where they might be mentally. Don't be scared to intertwine with their lives more. Just don't be, the parent. Be more involved in their life. We got to do this, people, so we can make our race stronger, so we can put our people in a better light, so we can feel more proud about our families and household. This is Ace from Ace Corner Talk. I just want to say to all those who have subscribed, all of those who have pressed the like button, thank you very much. Ace Corner Talk greatly appreciates it. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to Ace Corner Talk. Love you guys. Love that you're a part of this broadcast. Love all of those who are in the Aces in the Hole chat room. Appreciate y'all. Just want to shout out some people real quick. Want to say thank you to T-Duck. But I did want to say to black chocolate dude, dark chocolate dude, excuse me. He was the first one in the building, so I want to give him a round of applause for being the first one in the building. My man, he was the first one that came in the building, giving him a round of applause. And I think the second that came in the building was Miss Conceited Bristol. So thank y'all. Number one in the building. Y'all have been faithful supporters of Ace Corner Talk. Bigging y'all up. Thank you very much. When I get the t-shirts made, y'all gonna get y'all t-shirts. Alright? For the continuous support. And all of those who have been supporting faithfully, thank you. Ace Corner Talk will be sending out gifts soon. Let me see. Thank you, Shots 5, for stopping by. Of course, Logic, Food, Shelter, Clothing. Please subscribe. Please check his channel out. He's part of the committee who builds with Ace Corner Talk and Suicide Ace 29. Thanks, Nene Baby, part of the committee. Thanks for showing up, giving your input and your insight. Just want to thank, let me see, T-Duck. Thanks for being a part of the broadcast. Always a great supporter. Want to thank my wife, Queen C, for stopping in, calling in, giving your opinion, and always supporting your husband. Thank you so much. And let's reflect back, and also a Dark Chocolate Dude, thank you for calling in. You have been a faithful supporter of Ace Corner Talk. I just want to say this, people, before we close out. I'm going to give Sue the last word. I just want to say, I appreciate everything y'all do for me and this channel. And if there's any way, shape, form, or fashion more that we can add or contribute to the platform, if you want to give some comments or anything, leave me an email, drop me something in there, and we can go forward, and I'll take what you say into consideration. So the email is ace.barbertalk. Again, ace.barbertalk. If you got a topic you want to talk about, or if there's anything that you want to share, please drop it in the email. We'll holla at y'all soon. Sue, you got the last words, and we will be out.
Cool. Thank you for having me on your platform, man.
Always, bro.
This was a great topic for parents and single parents and uncles and aunties and grandma and grandpas and just people around the world, even young children, to see that it's deeper than what you think, man. All right, this game, this little war is going on. It's deeper than what you think, and if you pay attention close enough, you will see what you need to see. I'm not just talking about as human beings. I'm talking about the things that's being played, that's being set on you and set on us on a day-to-day basis, between the music, the movies, the cartoons, all of that, the frequencies, man. Pay attention, man. It's deeper than what you think, man. They want you to stay asleep, man. They want you to stay asleep. So this is just a little tip of the iceberg, what you see what's happening to our little babies. But once you start figuring out, the ins and outs of the workings of this system, then you'll see, man, it's way deeper than what you think. All right? It's your boy Suicide H29. Make sure you go subscribe to Suicide H29, man.
That's right.
Suicide is part of the committee. You know what time it is, man.
No doubt. Just wanted to say, y'all like my hat? Yeah. Y'all like that, right, huh? You know what that is? That's that jockey hat. Suicide earlier said, which one am I, the jockey or the player? I mean, what you say earlier, Sue? Let me laugh at that real quick. Go ahead.
What I said? Oh, I say, are you a golf player or are you just carrying the clubs?
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
I do a little bit of both.
I do both. My man. My man, you funny. All right, y'all. Well, until we meet again, thank you for stopping by Ace Corner Talk. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Oh.